Potomac, Long Island. This is 102.7 WNEW, New York. Opie and Anthony. 102.7 WNEW.
We're back to the Opie and Anthony Show. Oi! And it's official. We have a bunch of whores that work for this company. That's for sure. Holy S. Here in New York, when we just went local, playing our cute little commercials that we do. In your city, they play different commercials. We're running a spot on the Opie and Anthony Show for satellite radio.
Yeah, satellite radio. You know, it's the new...
and no one has a problem with this in this company? That's called the competition. Right. And they're advertising during our show, telling people basically that they have another option out there.
That all over, like, no matter where you drive, you won't lose the signal. They're talking about all this great stuff that you don't get by listening to the very station that's advertising it. Who gave the okay to take that?
Bunch of whores. It's hard enough to compete in this day and age in radio, and now they're just going to run spots for the competition on our show. And they have no problem with this whatsoever.
Who is it?
What?
It's Jessica, huh?
Could you get Ken Stevens on the phone? I want to ask him.
That's
the logic behind this.
You know, I don't usually like getting Ken because he's radio kryptonite when he's live. It's just fun kryptonite. And but this makes sense now to get him and ask him why we would be doing that.
Why? They bought our show because we have a huge audience, okay?
Yeah.
And the commercial's basically telling everyone that you don't need to, listen to Opie and Anthony. There's other choices out there. Why don't they just run a commercial with every other show that is on, against us?
Yeah.
And then have the listeners decide, well, I'm going to try out a couple of these shows.
I got an idea. Here's what he's going to say. Oh, they're not going to do well. It's just like that click radio and the e-yada and all the internet radio thing that failed. So we'll take a little bit of their money, and it'll just fail anyway. That's what he'll say.
Well, we can't get him on the phone? Yeah. All right, we're trying to get him on the phone.
But the thing is, it's not like internet radio. It's going to be installed in cars and stuff.
Oh, that HBO, it'll never catch on.
That'll never catch on.
It's silly. People paying for TV, it'll never happen.
If man were meant to fly, he'd have wings.
That is a huge insult, man. I hope they're getting a lot of money to whore themselves out like that.
Man can't ride on trains. Don't you know if a human being exceeds 30 miles an hour, he will surely perish? They used to think that.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really is. We can't get him on, right?
Nah.
Huh? Yeah, we want Ken.
Yeah.
Is Charles Nelson Riley there, too? We could have went to Charles Nelson Riley.
Charles Nelson Riley.
They just canceled on us.
Why did they cancel?
Because Charles is in rehearsal, and he doesn't want to be pulled away and doesn't want to lose his focus.
Charles Nelson Riley canceled the Opie and Anthony show? Oh, what do I get to break today?
What is he rehearsing?
He's got his one-man show that he's doing.
Where is this one-man show?
It's in Hartford.
Is it a cheap ticket so people can go there?
I don't know. I don't think
and make his night a living hell?
I'm busy. How's that for a topper? How's that for a topper? It's hard to do it and make it sound that gay.
You think he got wind of us or something? Why is Charles Nelson Riley canceling our show?
Charles, yeah, you don't want to do that show. Why not? Well, they sounds like they might be homophobic. Homosexual? I'll be on in a minute. No, homophobic. I don't think they'll like you. Everyone likes me.
Joe, what's going on?
Pants down.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Hey, guys, I know it's rough having the competition, advertising on your show.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, it's a refreshing...
That's too bad you had to say it that way, because they just dumped out.
Oh, sorry, man. My junk is too small.
Yeah. You'd rather hear that commercial instead of the commercials for your unit being too small.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Stinky rules.
All right. John, what's going on?
Oh, hey, guys, my name's John Malone. I run sales over at K-Rock. I was wondering if we can advertise for the Kane Show.
Yeah, well, you might as well. Right? You might as well.
Who do I talk to? What's her name?
No, here, go ahead. Buy 30 seconds on our show. Tell everyone why they should listen to Kane.
I was wondering if can we get bulk and discount?
Call the sales. Call sales upstairs. I'm sure they'll hook you up.
Will they offer bulk?
Probably. Yeah, they'll
probably give it away.
Just show them like money, wave a few 20s under their nose. They start frothing at the mouth, and they'll latch right onto your yam bag.
All right, thanks.
It's amazing.
Thanks, guys. I'll get in contact with them. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Yeah, it's
radio's really getting pathetic. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This used to be a business where every radio station was for themselves, and they just literally fought on the street. We used to get in fights because someone else's van was parked outside the venue for a concert. Now all the stations are owned by the same person or the same company, and they don't want you talking bad about this station or that station because you're going to hurt the company. It's making radio so bland and boring.
Yeah.
And now on top of that, they don't mind taking advertising dollars from the competition.
Right.
They see no problem with this. Holy ass.
Hey, you can't curse, though.
They don't see a problem with this?
Will there be cursing over this satellite radio? Because I want to gig over there.
I'm sure.
I want to gig over there. It's not regulated.
Here's an anonymous guy that works for the company that we just ran the commercial for. Anonymous one, yes.
Hey, how's it going, O&A?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for Renault.
Just want to tell you, for about the past 3 weeks now, our lovely company has been running these spots in D.C. on JFK.
Yeah.
And on my particular station as well.
Yeah, look at you. You're taking over like the Taliban did.
All right, anonymous one. Our big boss is on the line. We got to talk to him.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
All right. Mr. Stevens?
Tell Anonymous we know who he is. We'll get him.
Oh, you know who that is.
How was your holiday, Mr. Stevens?
Excellent. Yours?
It was very nice.
Yeah.
So the question is, somebody said to me, you're wondering why we're taking these XM satellite ads?
Very good. You actually understood the question also, Ken Stevens. Yes. Why are we advertising
for satellite radio?
An option to listening to this very program.
Pretend for a minute that you don't know anything about the radio business, and you're just the average guy listening in your car to those XM radio spots.
Okay.
Do they make any sense to you?
Hold on. Let me put myself in there.
Here we go.
You asked us for a lot, and you're not giving us time.
Sorry.
Hold on. Okay, I'm sitting. Opie, sit. Should I hold like a fake steering wheel, Ken?
That would help.
Okay. I'm holding it, and I'm driving. Okay. Now the ad comes on
for satellite radio.
I'm supposed to go, what the hell is this?
Now, first of all,
so you're saying advertising doesn't work and no one should advertise on radio?
Maybe it's your show. No. I think that if you listen to the commercials the way we're running them, they're not awfully attractive.
Did you hear the one?
How many of your friends are going to go out and spend whatever, what does it say?
Now insert color TV here, insert radio here, insert car here, where he is going to say, are going to buy the
Xbox instead of PlayStation.
Right, insert any new technology. Ken, did you hear the one part in that commercial where he says, boy, I could drive through New York and I don't have to change the station?
No, I heard the one where he said, and my favorite is the Blues Channel.
Right.
Where
he can
I'm not really worried about losing a whole lot of audience to the Blues Channel.
Oh, well, not, Ken. Huh?
Wow,
but when those ratings come out and they're down, who will be getting yelled at?
Hey, you know what? If your ratings are down and your audience has moved over to satellite radio, I'll stop taking those commercials.
But it's a little here, a little there. It adds up after a while. We just ran a 60-second spot pretty much telling people that besides the Opie and Anthony show, you got a lot of options out there.
And do you know that it's going to be an option on all new model cars?
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You got that newfangled cable or satellite in your house?
You need money this bad,
right?
With all
you want us
those
to give some of the money back?
there,
yeah,
including the Blues Channel.
I think it's great, as a matter of fact. And if you look at broadcast TV, the ratings are down pretty low because of cable.
Answer my question.
Yeah, I do.
So when you're sort of walking around the house, instead of turning on the radio, you turn on channel 956 and listen to the Blues Channel or the Kids Channel, or
I believe there's enough people that do it that chip away.
There's my TV and there's my radio, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not watching TV in my car.
Why assume all this, Ken? Do we need the money that bad?
Yeah.
Holy yes.
Hey, we're in the.
Why don't we just list all the shows that are on opposite us? Because that's what you just did. Why listen to Opie and Anthony? Go check out Kane on K-Rock. Or Mike and the Mad Dog on The Fan. Or why don't you go to 1010 Wins and get your traffic and weather together on the 10.
You know something? That doesn't even work because that's the same company.
That free. I would have charged them for that.
Oh, there you go. And Opie, you're talking about people in the same company.
There's a great classic rock station in town. Why don't you guys check that out for a while? Because Opie and Anthony, quite frankly, they're boring. You're killing us.
I took out the one where XM wanted to run the spot that said you were boring. I didn't run that one.
Really?
Yeah, no, I stuck to the one that said Blues Channel.
The company has no problem with this?
I guess not.
Must have been.
I don't know.
Must have been a big buy.
It must have been huge.
It wasn't.
Well, they probably will now that you've made an issue out of it.
It was supposed to be under the radar.
Oh, yeah, that's because our listeners are stupid.
When the head of Infinity gets wind of this, maybe then there'll be a little bit of a problem, huh?
So I learned our listeners are stupid, and they don't really get advertising anyway. The advertising isn't effective.
And this thing is something that's Ken has dubbed newfangled.
Newfangled.
So I don't think it'll take off.
I don't think you guys were paying attention, but that's okay.
Oh, God. All right, Ken. Well, thank you.
That wasn't what I said.
Thank you for clearing that up for us.
Okay. But if you're really certain that you're losing listeners to that Blues Channel on satellite radio, I'll stop taking the commercials.
Hey, Ken, you want to talk about New York radio personalities and get dumped out of like we do?
What's that?
Do you?
What was the question?
I said, do you want to talk about, some New York radio personalities and have the fun of being dumped out of?
Lots of people get dumped. Right?
Sometimes they do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You had a bad Thanksgiving? What happened?
No, we've been having a really good show until we just heard a commercial for competition.
What? I'm talking about Mike and the Mad Dog. All right, Ken.
Bye.
Ken, hello.
Yes.
All right, Ken. Thanks for clearing that up.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Come on, I had to stick him a little bit.
He's mad at us?
I know. You know what the funniest part is? When he hangs the phone up, you heard that. You know he didn't hang up and go, okay, what's next on my list? He hangs up and goes, here he is. Here's the end of that call.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Those motherfuckers. Every time these holes get me on the phone about their stupid
that MTV is just a fad.
That's a fad.
A fad. Video can't really kill the radio star. That's an insult. He's mad. Screw it, man. That's an insult.
You know what? You know what he's mad at? I know what he's mad at.
Huh.
He was waiting for the Charles Nelson Riley call on our show.
And instead, he had to take the abuse.
He wanted to hear Charles Nelson Riley.
Oh,
brother.
All right. Dan, what's going on?
Not much. I work for a radio station. I was going to agree with you that salespeople are whores.
Of course they are.
Everyone knows that.
Exactly. I think they probably sold that spot for a sorry.
You say you work for a radio station and you curse on the air?
You don't know how to do radio.
I'm sorry. I don't go on the air. I work promotion.
All right. Thank you.
You got it.
There's a day when sales didn't control radio, Anthony. It now controls it. I remember a time in this company that they would fight with the competition, but now they welcome the business of the competition on their airwaves.
Let's see, hundreds of distortion-free channels that travel with you being offered in high-end cars driven by decision makers. Ken's right, it'll never catch on. That's good.
You know, guys, I'll be doing a gig tonight, but, I don't want to talk about it. Let's plug Rich Voss.
Yeah, Mike, what's going on?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm a multi-room audio installer.
Yeah.
We don't even install tuners anymore. All we do is put in satellite systems when they use the music channels for them. So it hasn't caught on at all, though, and I do all high-end customers all over Long Island.
So, no one's getting regular radios anymore in their cars?
No, because out past Central Islip can't get, any New York, any radio stations from the city, so everybody just goes to satellite radio and gets all the music they want to hear.
All right, great. Thank you, Mike.
All right, have a good one, guys.
I wonder if at some point they'll make deals with people like us to carry our show. If people want that as an alternative, no matter where they drive. But then it says, okay, what about if you're driving through an area that we're on at a regular radio station and you can get it on satellite? Where's the revenue coming from? It just throws a whole bunch of...
Following the logic of this, I'm just assuming that this great company of ours is buying satellite radio.
Well,
I'm jumping the gun.
It makes sense.
But you know what?
Get it up there and
They're probably not buying satellite radio.
No?
But instead, they're running ads for the competition on not only this station, but a lot of the stations in this company. And no one sees anything wrong with that.
I think Ken knows more than he's letting on to. He knows that there's a huge infinity missile that is ready to knock out the satellites the second this goes online. That must be why he's so calm about it.
And then, you nailed it.
We're going to knock it out with a laser.
And you nailed it. You nailed it. You said he would, downplay, my God, how many people will actually do this? Come on.
Opie, contrary to popular belief, I actually have been conscious during segments of meetings with Ken. So I kind of know that there is this little thing that goes on. I kind of know a little bit about it. In between my nodding off, the Alan Parsons Project.
Paul, what's up?
Laser.
Hey.
See Ken sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work for a Saab dealership in New Jersey. Why don't you tell Ken that all the new Saabs are shipping with the satellite radio, and so are BMW as an option.
Well, you know what, but people aren't really buying Saabs these days.
Oh, no.
Of course not.
BMW is a small little thing in Germany. Those crowds don't got it over here.
Yeah, that'll never catch on.
Nah.
Beamers. Of course.
Nah, not at all.
Thank you, Paul.
I got to go kill the giant mosquito outside of my window.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
Joe, what's going on?
Yo, guys, what's happening?
Hey,
listen, I just wanted to know, can you repeat everything you said? I lost the signal, man. While you were talking to Ken, so, I missed everything,
Classic, you stick.
Very good.
All right, thanks, dude.
Bye.
Bye, man. Pretty funny.
Lauren, you're next on the Opie and Anthony show.
Hey, I can't believe what a jerk he is, because when he said... just pretend you're an average listener in the radio who knows nothing about the business. I was screaming, yeah, that's you, Ken.
Thank you, Lauren.
Oh, well. Yeah, because you can't really, you can't bank on the fact that everyone's stupid. You know what I mean?
And then you're setting a precedent. And,
yeah.
We ran the satellite spots, and what the hell, Clear Channel, they want to advertise on the Opie and Anthony show, because after all, they're kicking, all their stations. So why don't we start advertising on the Opie and Anthony show? We'll take their money, too.
Sure.
Why not? They could advertise for KTU and Z100 and Q104 right on the Opie and Anthony show. Mm-hmm. Who's going to listen to them anyway? Yeah, we have a problem with this one. to the Opie and Anthony Show. A couple phone numbers in the New York area, 877-692-1027. Anywhere else, 866-277-4WOW. We're about to do about 30 or 40 minutes of hilarity. But you don't want to stick around for that. The alternative rock station, K-Rock, I believe they're starting a 92-minute rock block. Mike and the Mad Dog, they're having some good conversations today about the Jets season and the Islanders and the Rangers. Q104, some great classic rock that you probably haven't heard in a while. Sure. Z100 playing all your favorite hits. Why not? A few options for you. Yeah.
Why should we just tell you to stick around here?
I want to be fair to everyone.
Tony from Milford saying, Ken's right. I still refuse to buy CDs for better sound quality. Nothing beats the clicks of an LP. By the way, I'm looking for Phantom Menace on beta. Any ideas? Beta. Remember that? What format should I get as far as the VCR goes? Should I get the VHS or should I buy the beta? Remember the beta? And you used to be able to, when video stores first opened up, video rental stores. And you had to pay the $100 membership fee when you first went in. There was the beta section for those of you intelligent people that bought the Sony Betamax and then the VHS. Beta was like, oh, it's smaller. It's got to be the one that hits. Wrong.
What amazes me even more is he doesn't understand why we would be pissed off at something like that. The only answer I would accept is that the company that we work for is buying satellite radio. We're buying a couple channels on there or something.
Yeah. Well, maybe they got a grand plan.
But Ken realize there's no commercials on satellite radio?
Mm-hmm.
We have about 40 minutes of commercials an hour on our show.
Right.
But our listeners, they're so faithful, Anthony, that they're going to stick through 40 minutes of commercials instead of flipping around looking for what else is out there.
Uh-huh.
And, of course, they ain't going to blow you guys off for a blue station on satellite radio. Well, what about all the alternative rock stations that satellite radio is going to offer without commercials? Well, I think they have a bunch of other talk shows as well, Anthony, and I believe they have some comedy stations.
I think they're...
Our listeners are so faithful, they'll kill for us. Because they don't have brains of their own, Anthony.
I think there's a grand plan. We're just not supposed to understand. We best just leave it to them.
Now, one other personality that works for this company had the balls to speak up. Because now I'm hearing they've been running these spots for weeks. Dan from Hoboken. Ken Stevens' theory of radio is like Rich Voss's theory of comedy. New material? That never catches on. And Dan from Hoboken again. He's on fire today. Did Ken Stevens also decide to put a Carol Burnett special on CBS during November Sweep?
I think that was a good decision, by the way. Carol Burnett was very funny, and there's nothing but crap on television, so bring her back.
You like that, Carol Burnett?
I loved her growing up. She was hilarious.
Well, growing up, who didn't love the hijinks of Carol?
I love how they can't get through a skit without laughing.
Harvey.
I do like
and
that.
And they crack each other up, and they forget their lines, and they can't get back on the script.
How about they do an episode on Harvey Korman walking around with Alzheimer's late at night before he got on some medication? Remember reading this years ago, that they found him just walking around and banging on people's doors. That old gag. I love when celebrities do that. Like Margot Kidder did it. She lost her effing mind. And the other one, what's her name? The Anne Heche did it.
Yeah.
The Margot Kidder thing's frightening.
They found her in like bushes or something.
Yeah, Margot Kidder, they found underneath someone's stairs, their outside stairs, behind some bushes. It's like, hey, you're Margot Kidder. Hey, Lois Lane, what are you doing? Where's Superman?
Sean, what's going on?
Hey, man, what's happening, boys?
Not much.
I want to enter the Britney contest.
You're not a mommy.
Well, you call the mother every day. There's another word after it, but I get called the mother every day.
We're doing mommy. What would you do for Britney Spears tickets? We got some great seats for the show in the city here. We're going to probably throw in a limo by the time this is done and spending money and free dinner. It's a really big deal. And so far, we've had a lot of mommies and tools like Sean calling in, and so far we have no contestants when we do this contest on Friday.
I don't get it.
I will be willing. I will be at the studio Friday, and if Stalker Patty agrees to it, I will go south on that nasty thing.
Well, no, you have to be a mommy for this contest.
Right.
If you could find a girl that could substitute and be your mommy to officially win the tickets, and then give them to you. You can make that little deal on the side. I don't care. Then sure, we'll listen to you. But this is a mommy contest. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Carolyn. What's up?
Nothing. I was curious as to whether or not Ken Stevens realizes that running these ads is just making more people change their radio station.
That's what I believe, but he says, people aren't really listening anyway. Advertising doesn't really work. I do it for a living, but I know it's a crock of S.
You know, to tell you the truth, I don't even listen. I have my 8 tracks in my car, and I'm sticking with them.
So you need like a marketing and a sales degree in order to make these big executive decisions?
You know, and management does that, to us. I have to say, they chip away at what has made the Opie and Anthony show great. And every time we bring up one of these points, it's like, that's just a little... Don't worry about that little thing. But you know what? All these little things add up, and they chip away. They chip away at the show. They chip away at your credibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've added so many commercials to our show, it's getting harder and harder for our faithful listeners to stick through commercial breaks.
Right.
And we've been begging Ken. Well, I can't. We're not loved that much where people are that faithful, especially in the new cities, to sit through these really long commercial breaks. Help us out. You're killing us. You know? 5 or 6 people will do that. You start getting higher, it gets a little scary. Now, on top of those really long commercial breaks, now we're running commercials for
competition,
an alternative to the show you're listening to. So just in case you are faithful and you're in the middle of one of these long commercial clusters, there's a commercial and they're telling you, well, you know what? There's this technology coming out and it's crystal clear, and guess what? We don't have any commercials.
And I can tell you that's why.
And he doesn't understand why I'm pissed off about it today. And Anthony keeps trying to change the subject, but it's the OCD kicking in. I'm sorry. Well,
that's why I change my radio station all the time when I'm doing stuff around my house.
Of course.
I put on my broadband station, and I just listen to music I want to hear. So
you're a broad. This broad listens to our broadband station.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. We do have to move on. Evan, what's up?
Hey, you guys are just like Santa Claus in Miracle on 34th Street.
Huh.
You know, you're sending me to Gimbals when I'm shopping at Macy's.
Go to Gimbals. And look what happened to Gimbals.
Okay, later. I'm going to listen to Mike and the Mad Dog.
Yeah, why not?
Remember Gimbals?
Tell me what they're doing today, all right? And then we can broadcast it for everybody. I'm sure if they pay enough money, they'll run a commercial in the next break. Anthony.
Dude.
What's up?
Just wanted to thank Ken Stevens for that fine suggestion to go listen to, the blues station on, satellite, radio. That's cool. God damn it. What is he trying to sabotage you guys?
Wow.
I mean, Howard Stern, there's no trying to shut you guys up. Now he wants to give plugs for different goddamn stations?
Yeah, well,
God damn it.
That's pretty much what's going on.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. There you go. This is really wrong, and I needed to say that. And I just hope and pray that there's a reason why we're running these commercials.
I'm sure.
And we cannot see the big picture, Anthony.
I'm sure.
We're a lowly scum.
You'll hear some announcement, I'm sure, down the line that we're involved in it somehow. I don't know. What do you? I don't know. I come in, have a few laughs. That's my day.
Mike, you're next on the Opie and Anthony show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
Hey, I just wonder if Ken ever heard of that little thing. I don't remember exactly what it's called. HBO, something like that. That non-commercial subscription system on the TV.
HBO.
Never really caught on like everyone said it would.
Right. No commercials, nudity, and lots of cursing.
Yeah, 25 years. One of the fastest growing. Something like that, right?
There aren't shows on HBO that outdo network
that
TV shows.
That wouldn't fit you guys at all, right?
The Sopranos would do just as good on regular TV,
yeah.
right? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
That wouldn't suit you guys at all, right?
Thank you.
See you, man.
Bye. Voss is on hotline, doesn't want to be on air. I heard my name, and I'm very pissed off. Rich Voss.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Who's pissed off? I'm not pissed off.
Oh, all right.
I was half asleep, and I just woke up, and I heard Ken Stevens in my name, so I just called to say what they were talking about.
Yeah, you're half asleep. Were you listening to the new Voss album?
There will be one coming out soon.
Well, we're talking about new technology out there. There's going to be competition for commercial radio.
Yeah.
And we're now running commercials for this new technology on our show. And no one seems to have a problem.
Do you know who's the president of that? Are you talking about satellite radio?
Oh, yes. Here's a guy that doesn't even get up before 7 at night, and he knows about satellite radio.
Do you know who the president? Oh, wait, hold on. I have the card right here. I don't want to upset you guys anymore. Program director of comedy, satellite radio.
Yeah.
Do you know who it is?
Oh, Mark Perreno.
Yeah.
A guy.
All right. Hey.
We have kicked him out of 2 cities so far.
Hey, Mark.
You know what? I don't think anybody's going to. You got to buy a new car to get that, don't you? The satellite radio.
Of course. Who has money for a new car, Rich?
I know you can't get that in in a 92.
No, I don't think so.
I was asleep. Did you talk about
Remember the days when people said computer at home? Ha 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 ha.
Why?
You need a whole garage just to have one.
Equipment is giant.
It's giant, and you need like big, huge trucks to deliver it to your home. It'll never catch on.
And they got those spinning wheels behind the glass and the lights that beep and buzz. And
we can afford the electricity to run the system. Come on.
Yeah.
It was tough for me to call in.
You're right, too, by the way, that about people not buying new cars. I mean, most people just go out and splurge $13,000 on a car with 88,000 miles.
It was 95 with 77, and you know how nice that car was, okay?
It does ride nice with all its older little entities.
What?
Because I got to repeat the line, though. So we're talking about this new technology, and so it was Dan from Hoboken said, well, Ken Stevens' theory on radio is like Richard Voss's theory on comedy. Who needs to write new material?
Oh, that's funny. I can't really trash that guy, Dan, because he's a funny guy. Then again, if I sat in the house all day and thought up jokes, I'd be funny, too. I have a life.
No, you wouldn't be.
Okay. Hey. Hey. I don't know if he told you about it, but your band, you guys sounded great the other night.
Oh, thank you.
I'm telling you. And speaking of new stuff, that Chesto Toll song, I really like that one. Yeah, that was good, too. Aqualung was that? Let me go into my albums to see if I can find that one. And that was good.
That's funny.
Can you play a little later at night, maybe at 4 in the morning?
I know.
Would you like 4 more derelicts?
What time did you guys
on the stage? So late.
Yeah.
Well, you had to see their dressing room. Red Fox had a nicer one at the end of his career. I was sitting next to the boiler, I think. Sorry, there's no room for coats in here. No, it was really good. You guys sounded really good.
That was fun, man.
And it was good waiting around for that guy. Now, I thought you said the Good Rats, but there's only really one guy from the Good Rats, right?
Right.
So wouldn't it just be the Good Rat?
I think that's it.
Well, it's one good rat and his son.
Oh, it's his son now?
All of his dad.
Yeah, I remember seeing them like 25 years ago when I was 4.
Right.
Good.
All right, Voss.
All right. I'll see you guys later. I got to get back to the drawing board. I'm writing some new stuff.
Oh. A couple of them worked on the show. Congratulations.
Oh, no, that's ad-libbing. I'm an ad-lib genius. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Let me see. I'll write down. Hold on. Knock, knock. And then they say, who's there? And I say, draw your door.
Or then in parentheses, after 40 minutes, aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
The black guy's eating fried chicken. My God.
This is a funny guy, though, man. He is the only guy I know that consistently has drinks thrown on him. Every time I see him, it's like, she throw a drink on me. He's just such a creep.
Coming from you, that's a compliment.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, wow. Look at Paul from Boston. Maybe the XM will have a whole channel for Elevator from Hell. Wow. The guy from Boston. A little inside joke with Mark there.
All right, let's get Kreskin in here.
Kreskin.
Ken, you can turn off the radio. We've stopped talking about you.
Let's ask Kreskin some things.
I hate writing Ken because he's done good by us, but
I like it.
But this thing is completely ridiculous, and we need to discuss it further off the air.
It's a bigger plan, I'm sure.
There's additional folks here.
Kreskin! How you been, Kreskin? Uh-oh, here.
No.
Hold on. Oh, give me a nice handshake.
Oh, God. Ow. Ow.
Kreskin, he hits me.
Hi.
What is...
Kreskin.
Look at what he does.
Do not shake my hand.
Oh, yeah.
No,
you have to.
Or I will punch your old Navy glasses.
Don't punch Kreskin. That's more of the Freddie Laker glasses.
Ow! Your glasses are huge, my friend.
Shake Opie's hand.
Come on.
Ow,
I want to tell you something, guys. If you think this is plain water here, I mean, the aroma here is so...
it's water.
Yeah, sure. The other time he says it over and over again, it's water.
Right.
Say it clearly, it's water. You had to say one more.
You're making me uncomfortable. You're way too close. You're in my space.
He's touching you, Opie.
Kreskin, your tie has cards on it.
Right. Did you see that?
He's asking where to go. With those glasses, you should know.
Kreskin, those are some big glasses.
No, you know what it is? It's
all-seeing.
All-seeing.
They're all-seeing.
One of my great... it was in New York Magazine. I just got back from Canada. We were talking about it. A guy...
He's all over the place doing.
I wrote this article in New York. He said that I have in the stem of my glasses a miniature radio receiver.
Oh.
And this is why they're so thick. Wait a minute. The battery went dead.
Could be.
The cards are because... I guess I've never told this, but Carson, all the years I did the show, his prop man was Jack Pierce, and just before I'd go on, Jack would be opening the closet and backstage and take it. So help me God, take a deck card, sail it across. Peter LaSalle would be at the break, catch it, and run on. And Johnny would do his intro, and I'd walk on, and nobody saw the cards. They were hidden behind a vase or something. And we'd go to a break. Johnny would say, "Hey, I'm a sighted hand artist. You do what you do with the mind with the cards." And I do a separate show when we are on a break. And 88 shows.
Be more funny.
Hey, listen. Did you see Newsweek?
Newsweek. Let me see.
My God. I mean.
What about Newsweek? What's in Newsweek that you have in your briefcase? Look at that.
Well, no,
Kreskin.
We got
amazing Kreskin.
But you know, they did research on the predictions to confirm that they were done.
Oh,
over a year ago.
A year ago, Kreskin made a prediction.
You know about the war.
And let me see what your quote was.
2 pages in Newsweek.
Could you pass that along, please?
Since you guys last saw me here.
Let me look at this urgent communique.
No, it's not an urgent communique. It's just where's that tray?
Newsweek.
Oh, that's not a tray. You want a tray where everything is visible. Oh my God. Something. You got everything.
Hey, you want to read along a little bit?
Hollywood's go-to mentalist for more than 40 years. Of course, that would
don't
be
read the article now. No,
I'm just pawing through it a little.
No.
Apparently foresaw America's war on terrorism, right down to the anthrax.
Yeah, we don't go. But you know, they researched it. The fact that I did discuss it on CNN, and along with my statement on New Year's Day that my favorite team, the Yankees, and Mayor Giuliani, don't get angry at me, well, they would not win.
I said that's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, that's a real 50-50 shot. And so were the other things that I said about the, well, we won't go into it, Twin Towers and about the 2 flights in September.
Well, you predicted a lot of the stuff that happened, and Newsweek is...
and they did a darn good job. You got to watch there, too?
Kreskin?
Got to watch. You got a ring. And you don't have a tray. I want to go. All
right, wait, Kreskin. Let's set up this little
Kreskin,
thing.
I'm looking at this. Did you say by September or October there will be 2 major plane crashes? Was that what your quote was?
I said in September something would happen regarding 2 or 3 airlines. Yeah. That was on. You gotta watch there too. We've got something that's moving time, and I gotta try something with you folks, which I think is gonna be fascinating. Oh my God! I asked these guys. Now wait a minute. You got to understand, this is the first time you showed me this. Talk about ingenuity. Because I wrote this.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
4:04 this morning.
Wait,
tell them what I asked you to do.
Where are we?
I don't know.
Well, I wanted to do something with you guys, and
Kreskin, according to Ken Stevens, our listeners are pretty stupid, so we got to set up.
No.
They can't follow stuff.
No, guys, no. No, they're not.
Okay, of course. Now, hold on.
Give me.
What are we doing? I need a setup for this because I'm lost.
I'm going to explain how I do what I do. I'm going to show you right now.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm going to do... I have a theory that I felt all my life that if you want to communicate an idea or you want to create something during the day with the people you have around you, make a note about it early in the day, carry it on your person, and sooner or later something's going to happen to bring it about. No fortune. It doesn't have to do with fortune telling or psychic phenomena and so forth. You tend to look for vibes that kind of agree with what you have in mind.
Oh, okay.
All right, so look, I'm not going to have... My God, how many items? 1, 2, 3. So I asked
Rick
to gather.
You should know his name.
No, I wanted Rick to talk. My God. You've got an interesting array of stuff here. Let me pass.
We have a box of items.
We got a box of items.
And you're
here.
going to do something with the box of items,
me
right? And you got some kind of envelope that is sealed over there, right?
Wow, you took care of it in 2 seconds.
I know.
Pass that around there.
Kreskin, by the way, if you knew what was going on with the September 11th thing, how about letting everyone else know?
Hey, Kreskin, a phone call, huh?
I did.
Kreskin, a phone call.
How about a page or something?
That's what I did.
Something, an email, Kreskin.
How about skywriting? Something.
Help us out here in New York.
Put the tray in front of. Put the whole thing in front of them.
Okay. I'll put the whole thing in front of me?
In front of you right there. Now, just take something else.
There's such an array of various items.
Anthony has a box of stuff in front of him. Why don't you...
Take an item out of it.
Hold on.
I will.
Kreskin.
I want you. All I want you to do when you
hold on. Can we describe some of the stuff?
I want to take something undescribed.
There's a little pink bunny rabbit with a huge junk on it. There's a baseball wrapped in rubber bands. A little car, the Shrek Black Earl thing.
Oh, that'd be nice.
A couple of action figures, sunglasses, a watch, some change,
got a ring there.
Button, a beeper, matches, keys, a watch. So a box of junk.
So some random items,
very random,
Rick can put in a box.
Can I be heard if I point out some of the items?
Oh,
yeah. Grab Norton's mic for a minute. He's not saying anything today.
All right. You know what? we need room in front of you. So how about taking a few items out? Different size.
How many?
Just take a few items.
A few items.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Different items, different things, not all the same thing.
Well, there's nothing the same in the box.
And you decide when you finish taking. You decide when you finish taking. You can take it. Tell me when you decide you're finished taking things out.
I am finished.
All right. Now listen.
All right. Watch this guy's hand.
By the way, let me tell you something.
Okay.
I said I wanted everything different. We got a couple of items exactly this. I mean, we got two figures. So let's just get rid of one of these figures. Just throw one away. Just throw one of these away.
No, it's just Earl.
Well,
okay.
All right.
Get rid of the
now.
funny.
Look, we got a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
We got any money in there? We got a coin. We got a ring in there. We got is there a watch in there or something?
No, I took the watch out, Kreskin.
Now you want to take 2 or 3 more items and just put them right out there too, and I think that'll about do it. I just want to get a fair number.
Okay.
He has much variety.
Beeper. I'll take the. No, I don't want the ring. I want the keys. That's all I'm taking, Kreskin.
Now, guys, I got to show you something.
I feel I was forced to take more items.
Come back then. Change it with something else in here. Go ahead, change it with something else.
No, you know something? I didn't want to take the keys or the beeper.
All right, put the keys and the beeper back in.
I want these items, and that's all I want, Kreskin.
Oh, you thought he was tricking you.
I felt like I was being forced to take a couple of more items than I wanted.
All right, very good.
You only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's got 5 items in front of him, Kreskin.
Now listen, guys.
He's got a baseball that's wrapped up in rubber bands. Because this isn't TV, Kreskin. This isn't Carson, so we got to explain some stuff here.
Oh, I understand.
A book of matches. What's that?
A leather wristband.
Leather wristband.
That's a watch?
And that's a watch.
That's all right.
And a model car.
Okay.
Is that a Miata?
I wanted more, but that's okay. Put your hand on one of them. Your hand palm down on just one of them, either hand, and then with the just put the palm down, and with the other hand put it on something else. Just put it on the other. Look at how his hand's moving. All right, push him forward. Good. Push him forward. Now listen. Now listen to me very carefully. I want you to close your eyes. Take your hands away. Take your hands away. Now he could have taken. There had to be about 18, maybe 22 items there. I don't know exactly how many. He could have taken. I want him to take more out. You will agree, Anthony. He didn't want to take more. In fact, he switched them back in. Open your eyes.
Yes.
Now this time, put your hands palm up. One on each item. Palm up. Palm up.
On new items?
Yeah, new items. Now listen to me. Keep your hands. Close your eyes. When I count to 3.
Mm-hmm. Can I say what he's got his hand on the watch?
I didn't know what he's got on. What's he got?
And watch and the leather bracelet.
Step over here.
Step
over here.
Okay.
I got to tell you guys something, by the way. And I don't want him to see this yet.
Yeah, my eyes are closed.
His eyes are closed, right? I did this. I don't even know what time in the morning. And I put it in a pay envelope like this. I don't even want anyone to see what it is.
All right, so now you're taking something out of the envelope.
As I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Obi?
Anthony, yes.
I'm sorry. Obi, can you hear me over here?
Does he look
no.
like an Opie?
Obi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You say to him now, and when he says now, you're going to feel your hand starting to raise off of one of the final two objects.
I don't want to feel anything.
No, come on.
So what?
Now, to cooperate now. All right, you see, whenever you want to.
So Ed has his eyes closed and his hands over two items.
Word now.
And I say now?
Now, that's it. You decide. You decide which hand. I'm not going to tell you which one.
So Ed's got to lift one of his hands up.
Yeah, you decide. Yeah,
all right,
move it away. Keep the other hand still. Move it away.
He lifted the hand off the leather band.
Move your eye. Open your eyes. Move the item away. Keep your hand on that now. Don't take your hand off. Keep your hand.
All right, his hand is still on the watch.
Yes. First of all, the truth of the matter is, and nobody was paying attention, he had 11 items out in front of me. He had 12. He took something away which was a round wristband.
Right.
So the wristband is finally, he narrowed himself down. And it's interesting, if I could have immobilized him to one item. You haven't moved your hand from the point you're at now, have you?
No, I have not.
The back of your hand is touching what? What's it touching?
It is touching the wrist watch.
All right. Listen, guys, I don't have 12, 18 cards in here. First of all, I got to tell you something. I didn't even know what he's going to bring in. I just said get as many items as possible. You want to take out the card and just read what I prepared earlier today? Take it out and just read out loud. What's it say? Just watch. That's what I hit. Literally hit it. Literally hit it. Get out of here. And I got to tell you something. When I did this with Carson, we had 82 items on the table. And he hit it.
Look.
No, there was no
how did you do that here? I hate that.
Oh, no. But you almost changed your mind. You almost changed, and you know you.
Yes.
You did. Yes, you did.
Yes, I did because
I know you did.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking back and forth, Mr. Kreskin. I'm thinking, and then I go, should I lift this? And then I'm like, no. You know something? He might want me to lift that. I'm going to lift this one, and you tricked me.
No, I did not.
Well, you got for some reason
I responded. Isn't that wild?
Damn. Hey, Kreskin, do you know what radio stations all our listeners are tuning into right now?
Oh, my God.
To see what else is out there.
But can I tell you something, Anthony? Anthony, can I tell you something? No, can I tell you something, Anthony?
Yes.
And I am not joking. You can ask Roman. We could have 80 items there.
80 items.
We could have 100 items.
And I'll pick out as many as I want.
The only thing is, and I'll be honest with you, I can't explain to you what, you had two figures. And having two items the same, and also you had a wristband and a wristwatch, which were both bands.
Right.
The images could have been the same. I could have blown it, but it works anyway. And I wrote that down at 3:45 this morning. I got to tell you something. Keep the card in the envelope.
I don't know.
Why do you have to write it down at 4 in the morning?
Can I tell you something we talked about a few days? I'm interrupting you guys.
What if this didn't work?
I'm stunned. I don't know how I'm stunned.
You would have had your.
Let me see that.
There's some kind of trickery involved.
There's not trickery.
And I would have pulled that out.
Psychologically, there was no trickery involved.
It says watch.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Kreskin card, little embossed Kreskin. I might keep this Kreskin as a souvenir.
I wrote that at 3:45 this morning.
What the hell were you doing up?
I didn't go to bed last night. I swear to God. I go like sometimes.
Hey, people are really freaking out on the phone lines.
That is amazing.
Gail, what's up? Gail, what's up?
Make him shut up, please. Oh, my God. That is the longest setup for the worst
she wants me to
trick
shut
in
up.
the world.
You know something? I am stunned and amazed by what you have just done here.
Did we explain the joke well enough for the kids?
Joke?
No, it wasn't a joke.
That was an amazing thing. There was various items.
Yeah.
The bit.
And you know something? Regardless of how, who, what, or where, I narrowed it down to one.
Yeah.
The watch. And he pulls out of a manila envelope.
Anthony, by the way, I could have done it in another room so long as I had a monitor on you and could see how you were responding. The reason I had Obi talk to you.
Yeah.
Obi? One Kenobi.
You were starting to change your mind when I spoke to you. You really were.
You know, because
you really were.
Whenever you're asked to choose something, I always go back and forth.
Of course. It's human nature.
Sure did this time.
Oh, my God, Kreskin.
This time.
Why don't you
see what I have in mind in a little while? I'm going to do something, guys, in a little while that I'd like all the listeners to try.
Oh, is something they can play along with at home?
I think it's something that might get some press coverage, some stories done, but can I gave them time. If you guys or gals are driving a car, don't do this unless you pull over to the side. You guys at home need a glass of water
And I'm going to need somebody somewhere in this building that's not in this room. And let's give ourselves maybe 8. You got someone in mind you're going to go to, or didn't you say you're not to bring here? We're going to do this by remote. I would almost like to do it with someone outdoors.
Well, Kreskin, does it have to be a gentleman at home with
or a guy?
A lady or a gentleman? If you're at home, a glass of water.
Yeah, but I'd like Rick to find someone. Rich to find.
Rich, why don't you go outside?
No, seriously, Rich. But they got to hear me clearly.
Find someone.
If you go outdoors, this is going to sound crazy. They got to be able to see the sky. I don't mean signs all over the place. I mean the sky. Otherwise, you're better off bringing inside with a glass of water in front of them. And I need to be able to hear them. And I want to tell you something, guys. You're going to get scores and scores of people that will get the same response as this person does.
So after we take this break, we'll do this trick?
A test.
It's a test. Opie, are you insane? Here comes Kreskin to beat up Opie. They're not tricks. Kreskin is a mentalist. Kreskin is a mentalist.
I'm hiring this guy for road.
I like Kreskin. Ow! Why do you feel you have to beat people up? Something tells me when you were a kid you took a lot of that, now you give it back.
No.
I'm a mentalist. I'm predicting an ass-kicking in school today.
All right, so we're doing some type of mental test after a break.
Yeah.
Like cell phones and glasses of water, people looking at the skies, right?
Don't anybody do this driving, please.
Well,
oh, God forbid.
No, seriously. No,
can't you, give some kind of a mental thing to Osama to have him run out in a tutu in front of our troops or something?
My dream. Are we on the air now?
We are on the...
My dream is to shake hands. I'd like to shake hands with Bin Laden just 4 seconds before he kicks the bucket. I would have a great joy in my life.
Oh, why would you shake his head? Well, the way you shake it, that probably would kill him.
Diaper off his head.
We go faster, Anthony.
I'm sure, Kreskin. Okay, well, we'll come back.
All right, guys.
And we will do this test that Kreskin has that you two at home can participate in.
Mention where they can get the book.
Oh, of course, Kreskin.
Get the plug in.
What's that book? Give the title, where they can get it.
Kreskin's Future with the Stars. And you guys, by the way, I'm going to leave this with you, but right now you can get it on Amazon.com and Kreskin.com, and it will be in the stores, as Newsweek points out, in just a couple of weeks. But Kreskin.com, Amazon.com, it's Future with the Stars.
All right, so Kreskin is coming back.
And I'm with 2 stars right now here in the store.
Thank you, Kreskin.
A mental test coming up next.
All right.
And you can do it at home, Anthony.
Yes.
With water and stuff.
Get ready.
No. And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Crystal Method, Busy Child. The amazing Kreskin in the studio. Amazing everyone. Mike from Brooklyn writes, wow, Kreskin was amazing. That was the greatest visual trick I ever heard on the radio.
Test. They're not. Carson would correct you. Everybody would. Listen, guys. Oh, don't forget to mention the book.
Oh, yeah, of course. Kreskin's book.
Will this be the David Blaine book?
No, that's an escape artist. Kreskin with the Stars. Oh,
Future with the Stars.
Future with the Stars.
At Kreskin.com and Amazon.com.
We got to go to the phones, Kreskin, okay? Jay, what's going on?
Hey, guys, what's happening?
Hey.
How's it going?
Kreskin, all right, I'm outside. I'm looking up at the sky. I got my glass of water. What do I do here?
All right, hold on. Hey, you're a little ahead of us there, Jay.
You know what? You're right. You need to do some setup, I'm sure.
So you got the water and you're looking up at the sky.
Well, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? I'm out on my porch here.
You're not driving, right? He doesn't want anyone driving.
No, I'm not driving.
Jay, you've got a glass of water in your hand?
I do. It's about 3/4 full.
Jay, forget the glass of water.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you see the sky from where you are?
I can.
Okay, put the glass of water down.
Okay.
Wait, we're doing it now?
Are we doing it now?
You want to do it now?
No, we're not doing it now.
We're not doing it.
We gotta let everybody know also.
They get a glass of water.
They could play along at home. Get a glass of water. And do they have to be outside, Kreskin?
No, if you're in a car, you need just get out of your car and stand outside. But if you're in the house, just get a glass of water.
If you're in Chelsea, is it okay to have a glass of mule juice?
No. And by the way, the glass should not be a busy glass. Got to be a clear glass.
I got a clear glass.
No, we don't need the glass. Kill the glass. If you're outdoors, you don't need the glass.
Oh, if you're outside, you don't need the glass. If you're inside, you need the glass.
All right.
I got you.
Hey, Kreskin, with those glasses, can you see other galaxies? I put them on.
Oh, you didn't hear
I'll see what you did, Opie.
I was just in Canada. And
hold on, Jay. We're going to go back to you.
No,
I don't want to hear your Canada story.
Okay.
Keith the cop. What's up?
All right, what's going on, fellas? How are you?
All right, Keith.
You know, the tricks are absolutely amazing, I have to say. But
not tricks.
Test, I'm sorry, Mr. Kreskin. But, you know, I'm sure you remember this because about a year and a half, you and I were playing blackjack at the same table in Atlantic City.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
You don't remember. I'm sorry. But you lost about $2,500, and I'm just curious.
By the way, can I just say something? I have never in my life, and as long as I've lived on Earth, lost $2,500, $2,000, $1,500, $1,000, $500. That's all right. But if you remember that, then you were with another person.
It was
not Kreskin.
Keith, you're a liar.
It was the amazing Kreskin. We sat there, and then he did
might have been the amazing Jonathan.
Yeah. He took us out for sandwiches afterwards on his comp. Because I played for 3 hours and got nothing. He sat down for 15 minutes.
You remember what casino? You remember what casino was at?
I got rid of him, Kreskin. He's obviously lying.
No.
Lying to you.
He's just misreading.
Michael, what's up?
Michael's in a track.
Obi.
Hey, Kreskin, bright light.
Yeah, guy.
OPIE. Not a B, it's a P.
OPIE.
Did you think about that yourself?
Is that what your name is, Opie?
No,
wow, man.
I know.
You even asked these guys twice if they were on the air. Are you there, man, or what? Did you lose your mind in some magic trick or what, pal?
See, pal.
Hey, Michael. Listen, guy, Michael, I'm trying to read your thoughts, but I'm dozing, so keep going.
You're right. See, Kreskin's mind is so full of being a mentalist.
Thank you, Opie.
It's very...
That's it.
That's it. See how full it is? You can't... Don't sweat the details.
Guys out there. Bottom line, it's a fossil of Bart's dust that he's got, man. I mean, his Alzheimer's is setting in.
All right. Thank you, Michael. I apologize.
That's all right. No, the guy's got class. You can see the lifestyle he leads.
I want to do this trick.
Obi,
I want to do this test.
Obi, continue with your thought over there.
I was saying his mind is always working, so... You know, some of the smaller details have to slip through the cracks.
Like my paycheck.
Yeah.
God, if that happened, I'd be... All right, guys.
All right, Kreskin.
Should we do this?
I want to do this test.
Should we send... is he ready to go out there?
Yeah. He's out. Is he out there right now with the phone, Nick? Rick?
Yeah.
Is he out there? No. What's going on? Where's the guy with the phone? Outside?
No, we have somebody on the phone from home.
Wait, no. You were outside with a guy, weren't you?
Oh, Nick.
No, I was going to go out.
No.
Go out now. All right, Kreskin, go out there.
The guy who was supposed to go out with the phone is right in front of you, so he can't be outside.
You said you were going out and finding him.
He was the one that you said to go outside, so if he's not outside, you would have known that because you're looking right at him.
Wait. I understand why Kreskin's a little confused with this, because we have Jay on the phone. Right. He called and said he is waiting outside.
But you assumed but Jay's Jay and not Nick.
Nick he assumed that Dick here was outside already.
Dick
when we know Dick is
Hurry, Dick. Does Dick always work this fast?
All right. Yeah, there he goes.
So there goes Mitch with the phone.
Now it's Mitch. No, I like the idea it's Rick and Richard's with him, both in one person.
Right. Exactly.
How long has he worked for you?
Well, why don't you tell us?
Oh, God.
It's been a couple of years.
He's a good guy.
Hold on.
He's overtired. He's had a lot of turkey.
You know, Brian wants to Brian wants to say a few words here.
By the way, turkey...
Hold on. Brian, yes.
Kreskin, can you make yourself disappear?
Yes. Yes.
I apologize.
Loser.
All right, listen, Kreskin.
Well, that's Mr. Kreskin.
I don't think everyone has digested their turkey. They're a little uptight.
My God.
I apologize for Brian.
No. Turkey has
shenanigans.
Turkey has a soporific effect anyway.
Yes, of course.
And it's you can tell by the rest of the staff here. Our friend on the left here. Look at the relaxed state that he's in right now.
That's
Opie.
what.
That's Jim, isn't it? Opie, look over
Jim.
here. Yeah, that's a Jim. I said, Opie, look over here, and Nancy, look over here.
Kreskin is truly amazing.
And turkey does not make
You have called everything.
Yes, it does. Dark meat does.
At this point, he has called everyone in the room Opie.
Kreskin is amazing.
You ever say turkey in a hanky and try to get a girl in a car with it? It doesn't work.
Well,
it doesn't make it turkey.
The reason he knows that is he's tried it so many times. He had to give up trying that. He looked at Jim and said, frustrating after a while.
Look at Opie over here.
All relaxed. Okay. Look, I want to do this test.
All right. Now, guys, here's what we're going to do. You guys...
It's a trick.
Test.
It's a test.
You guys at home, or gals at home, you'll need a glass of water if you're inside. If you're outdoors, just have a towel to the side. No. And make sure you can look in the sky. And how do we find out when our friend who's left here and gone downstairs?
What's the name of the friend that just left?
Well, let's see. It was Richard, it was Arthur, and then it became Greg, and what have you. Dick, yeah, but I'm sorry.
Dick.
I thought it was
what's
Rich.
really his
He needs
name?
to change his name to Rich, but I don't know.
No, what's his real name?
I don't know. What is it? What is it?
You had it right the first time.
I know. But it isn't Rich. No. But anyway, is Dick down there? Whoever it is.
He should be very shortly.
Are you there,
Rick,
Dick?
I don't understand why he isn't calling up, because I really want to do this.
We got to do this.
All right, so it's going to be amazing.
Once again, the trick, as people
the test,
Opie.
The test.
OPIE.
What do people need to do as we wait for Rick to call?
They need, first of all, if they got a glass of water, just put it on the table in front of them so they can be sitting, looking straight ahead of the glass of water. If they're outdoors, they need to find a point in the sky where there's nothing busy around, signs or lights or what have you.
Just look at the sky.
Yeah, just look at the sky. And meanwhile, what I was telling you guys is I was doing a nighttime TV talk show a couple weeks ago.
Ron is on the phone now.
He's there.
Line 6.
All right, Ron.
Okay.
What's going on, Ron?
Ron.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Ron?
Yeah, it's Larry down here. I'm down here with Foundry Fred. And we're trying to find somebody. Nobody wants to go on the air so far.
My God, are they frightened?
Come on.
We've been asking around. A bunch of people have said no so far.
All right, pick the. Is there a security guy? Oh, well, no, that could be prearranged. No, I might know somebody there.
Right.
Anybody you see, pick a policeman that's coming by.
All right.
Someone.
I'll call you back in a minute as soon as I get somebody nailed down.
No,
You can stay on the phone.
Stay on the phone.
Yeah, all right.
But it's interesting.
All right, hold on.
They get a cop. They're not busy in New York these days.
Excuse me. Would you like to go on the radio?
I don't know if it's...
No, it's just for Kreskin. The amazing Kreskin. You'll have to do a trick.
I don't know who the amazing Kreskin.
All right. What's your name? What's your person there?
No, she doesn't know who the amazing
That's
Kreskin
all right. Let me
is.
talk. Good. Let me tell you. What part of the world are you from?
I think she just can't walk.
Hold on, because Greg wants to say something to Kreskin.
Hello.
Yes, Greg. Do you have something for Kreskin?
Yeah, the only test he's performing is the test of my patience. Listen to the damn radio.
Well, we have to get Rich to get somebody that's going to play along.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
I apologize for that, Mr. Kreskin.
No, don't apologize.
All right, I got a girl.
Oh, thank
Greg.
God.
Nice. Jesus.
Does he need to know her name?
Well, let's have her.
Just put her on the phone.
Okay, here's Lillian.
Videotaping me?
Lillian.
You said I was just going to be on the radio.
Yeah.
Lillian, are you there? Lillian, are you there?
Hello?
Is this Lillian?
Hello?
Lillian, can you hear me?
Yes, is this the amazing Kreskin?
How are you, Lillian?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
Now, let me ask you this. Are you coming from work? Are you visiting the city?
Just leaving work.
Just leaving work.
Yes.
Lillian, I've not met you before, right?
I don't believe so. I didn't know who you were, so.
Oh, good. Now, listen to me, Lillian. Listen to me.
Yes.
I don't have anything in my hands. I don't have playing cards. Anybody, Opie and Anthony are here watching, and I just don't have anything. Can you pick a point in the sky where you're not looking at signs or activity around that would distract you, that you can kind of just pick a point in the sky? Mm-hmm. Tell me when you got something. Got it?
Okay.
Got it, Lillian? All right. By the way, you're not facing traffic right now, are you?
I'm sort of facing traffic, yeah.
Isn't it to your left right now?
It's right in front of me.
Okay. Now look at the sky. Listen to me.
Okay.
You play cards at all?
A little.
All right, now look at the sky. Listen. You're going to see, and so are you folks listening in at home and people standing by their car outside. Lillian, you look in the sky, you're going to see a panorama of playing cards in your mind's eye, and you're going to finally narrow yourself down to one card. Listen to me. One card. Lillian, can you hear me?
Yes, I
All
can.
right. Look in the sky. No matter what anybody says to you, keep looking in the sky. No matter how many cards you see, tell us what you're... And I'm not trying to force you to pick the most popular card, Ace of Spades. That's child's play. Any one of 52 cards, tell me what you decided upon. You tell us out loud.
Right now?
Yes.
Jack of Spades.
I got to ask you something. That wasn't the first choice, was it?
Yeah, it was.
All right, listen to me. Jack of Spades. Now, wait a minute, guys. And you know, and by the way, the fellow that handed you the phone did not say anything to you. He didn't tell you. He didn't tell you the name of any cards, did he?
No.
He's not smart enough.
No. Nothing was prearranged in that way. Anthony.
Oh, yes.
On that pail over there is my attaché case. No one's going to say I ever came to it. I want you to go over and pick up that pail and just bring it over to your microphone. Just bring it over the microphone, if you will.
The whole pail and the briefcase?
The whole briefcase. The whole briefcase.
So did everyone pick the same card out there, Kreskin?
Bring it over there. Bring it over.
I'm bringing it.
Now,
Kreskin.
lay it down in front of you.
Yes.
All right, now listen to me.
Yes, amazing.
Open.
Mr. Amazing to you.
By the way, should I just
Should
tell
I
you
still
something?
be looking up?
No, don't look up anymore.
Okay.
Open that attaché case. You want to tell him where we are from here? Where the case is from me.
It's about 8 feet away from Mr. Kreskin.
And it was sitting behind you before.
It was on the garbage can.
Sitting behind you before.
Yes. No one has been near.
All right. Listen.
Yes.
I want you to open that attaché case and tell us everything that's in it.
Everything.
Without taking anything. What's in there?
Okay. I am seeing 4 or 5 marbles in a plastic bag. I see a deck of cards in a box.
Only one deck of cards, right?
One deck of cards.
Only one deck of cards. And anybody who says it's a sleight of hand, they're going to have their head examined because no one... Take the deck of cards out.
Kreskin's wallet.
Take the box out. Leave the wallet alone.
Kreskin's Visa.
Take the deck. Close the case. Close the case.
Close the case.
Now listen. Take the deck in your hand.
Yes.
I want you...
Should I...
Now, by the way, I made it clear to her that she could have thought of any one of 52 cards.
Absolutely.
Take the deck out.
Are other people taking cards?
No, that's you. Just take the deck out. Entire deck. Now listen, hold the deck face up so you can see it.
Face up.
Now you're going to count. We don't know what was the card she decided on?
It was the Jack of Spades.
We don't know where the Jack of Spades is in the deck. So here's what I want you to do, Anthony. You count, starting with the card facing you, one at a time. Each time you deal a card off, turn it face down, count them out loud until you come to the Jack of Spades. And when you come to the Jack of Spades, don't turn it face down. Let us just hear the number it's at. Hear the number it's at. Now, she had one of 52 cards.
I'm doing this radio
Okay.
stuff.
Don't say anything.
Okay.
Don't.
Hold on.
Enough. One.
And I count 1,
2, counting,
3,
finding the Jack.
4,
No.
5,
Let's bear in something in
9,
that case. You never got rid of that case.
11,
By the way, don't pass it. When you get to the
15,
card, she thought
You're being filmed.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
You could have thought of any one of 52 cards.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. My God, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49.
What is card missing in that deck? All right, hold on. One card missing in the deck. We did not find the Jack of Spades there.
Is this on the...
All right, relax, Kreskin. We believe you this time. Okay, get back to your microphone. Anthony just counted 51 cards, no Jack of Spades.
Reach in my pocket. Reach in my pocket.
Yeah, which pocket? Which pocket, Kreskin?
Take everything out. They saw me do this outside. I just let them see the card.
There it is. The Jack of Spades was in Kreskin's pocket the whole time.
Dad, I cannot even figure out how the hell you did that.
Wait a minute. It worked?
Kreskin.
Well,
I can't hear anything.
I'm thinking the girl's in on the trick, and that's how it goes.
No.
Sure, why not?
No, I can't see that.
Why not?
Because Rick went down and just picked a random person.
Rick?
Right.
Wait, Kreskin, get on the mic. He's getting
No,
mad.
you got to establish the fact that we...
Kreskin, I know Rick. He went down there and
Rick.
Put Rick back on the phone.
Yeah, because I don't...
Rick? Hey, what happened to, looking...
What happened to our gal?
Hey, chick. Put Rick back on the phone. Put Rick back on the phone.
Okay, hang on. Are you Rick?
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah.
How did you get that girl?
Me and Steve came down here. We asked a few people. She walked up and just kind of stood there. She was waiting for a guy who just walked up in army fatigue.
I never met her before. No, I never met her.
That's amazing.
By the way, you guys have to know, you asked the gal out there, before I came in here, I said, oh, my God, and I quickly took a card out of the deck and put it in my pocket, and that's when I took the Jack of Spades out.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking, though?
Yeah.
Too much chance would be taken to have somebody down there, because Rick asked a couple of other people. No, I know, Kreskin, please. I'm amazed.
Stop implying that he set it up.
I'm saying any critic like Opie that is listening and trying to come up with what he did, a plant is not it. I don't know how the hell you did that, but Rick was asking other people, and the idea that one of them might have gone, all right, do it, I'll do it, it seems a little odd.
And by the way, I want you guys to know, that case there, I could have been another
saw
bullet.
Kreskin.
Nobody's going to say I'm in the case.
It was behind me.
It really was.
Yeah, the case was by itself the whole time.
The deck was in the box. It's impossible.
By the way, that is the first time I have ever done that on a telephone in my career. I've always done it seeing the person.
Kreskin, that was amazing.
Guys, listen.
You are truly the amazing Kreskin.
By the way,
hey, Rich.
Yo.
All right, thank you. I think we're done. Are we done with them?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell the gal.
Hey, what about
She got that Jack of Spades.
Kreskin?
And I knew.
But everyone else was supposed to do the trick.
Well,
you had people stopping
not
the
everybody's
cars.
going to get the same response, but I'd like to see how many people got the card. I would really like to see it. Now, and by the way, when I did this on the Carson show,
what about the glass of water?
That was to give them a focal point.
Let
me just tell you
water
something.
equals
Let me just
sky,
tell you something.
Anthony. If you don't have sky,
if she were looking for
water.
the sign, she would start thinking in terms of hearts, diamonds, because of red lights and so forth. I had to keep her mind away from anything that could influence her, any outside.
We talked about Earl before. Well, that's why you picked Spade. See?
I knew. That's bad.
That's awful.
Oh, you're awful. Where are you going, Kreskin?
No, he's going to beat me up.
Kreskin, ow. Kreskin, how about you and I in a taint off? Ow. How about,
by the way,
how about me and Kreskin in a taint off?
Is that not a dramatic test?
Kreskin, that was amazing.
Well, listen,
that was amazing.
I was sometime in the future, and you guys gave me your word. We're going to do something that's going to rock this city.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we'll do it in the future.
No, we promised we would not discuss it, but it will rock this city because it's going to involve the city, and that's all we're going to say.
Great, Kreskin.
Hey, Mike, listen, guys. I'm going to get shoveling off, as Digger O'Dell said years ago. I love working with.
I don't just start to have fun.
45 minutes. Time goes by.
Time flies when Kreskin's here. Kreskin, and you can get his book, Amazing Kreskin's Future with the Stars, at Amazon.com and Kreskin.com. Kreskin, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for
coming back for a special.
You are truly amazing.
Thank you.
You and I in a taint off next time you come here, right?
Take care, guys. I'll see you again.
Kreskin, thank you.
I have some illusions I could do myself.
That is amazing. I have no clue how that was done.
There he goes, the amazing one.
Thank you.
Kreskin.
There he goes. A puff of smoke and he just vanishes. He is truly amazing.
Like the great kazoo. Yes.
I was downstairs telling Billy that I enjoyed working here, or Oscar. No.
Right. Sam, Pete, Bob.
You knew his name the whole time.
Kreskin. There he goes. The amazing Kreskin. All right, dude. How do you do that?
That was amazing.
No, it wasn't.
Why?
Dude, how?
The girl's the plan, man.
I don't believe it.
Stop it.
Because it did. Ant's right. There was too
much of a chance.
Rick couldn't.
Too much of a chance.
Anybody. It could have been
that he would have grabbed somebody else
or a guy.
Steve, what do you think? Girl was a plant.
Well, I don't know. I didn't hear the bit, but I mean, she was just some random chick sitting on the street waiting for her boyfriend. It was totally random. We asked like 4 or 5 people before her.
See, that's it. You can't have 4 or 5 people. What if someone said, "Yeah, what the F, man? I'll do it." Hey, what if all 4 or 5 people were in on the gag?
No, I don't think so.
No, somebody else could have been walking in the office. This is an office building. That's the only reason I'll say no.
And where's he going to get 4 or 5 people that just follow him around when he does one trick like that?
Well,
is that
a lot
it?
of money.
Yeah, but is that what he does? No, I can't. All right. I don't know. Rick, you saw the chick.
I saw the chick.
How did you find her? What was she doing? Did she look like she belonged there? Did it?
She looked like she was coming from work, and she was just kind of standing there for no reason, we thought. And then all of a sudden, some guy in fatigues came walking up with a bouquet of flowers, handed them to her, and, while she was on the phone with you guys, she's like, hold on, give the guy a kiss or whatever.
I heard her, talking over.
Right.
Now, you were downstairs by the Brooklyn Diner.
Yeah.
See, now, how would he know that they didn't go out the other door and go to the other side by the parking garage or by Hooters that was outside? This is very, very perplexing to me. Brian, what's up?
Hey, guys, I swear to God, I thought of that exact same card a split second before that trick.
Well, you know something? You're going to get people that think of every card in the deck.
Yeah.
And some of you
Well, let's ask the guy that called Jay, who was waiting outside with the glass of water. Jay.
O&A.
What card did you pick?
Tell Foreskin he owes me $30 for my heating bill. Queen of Hearts.
You picked the Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts, the 3 of Clubs. I got a few cards, but not the Jack of Spades.
All right. Maybe you weren't focused enough.
I focused very hard, but whatever. Kreskin, enough. I'm standing outside freezing my ass off.
No. Frank, you're next to the Opie and Anthony show.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I'm no longer a doubter. Kreskin is amazing. He's making your ratings disappear. I do have an idea of what he may have done, though.
All right. What?
You should have asked him to, pat him down for other face cards, because I think most people pick face cards, and I bet you he had more than one card on him.
Dude, I took the deck out of his briefcase. The briefcase was sitting on that pail when the girl said the card name.
I got to tell everyone, since the last visit by Kreskin, we've all been looking around a lot more.
Right.
And that briefcase definitely...
It was sitting behind Norton, and Kreskin wasn't near. You couldn't get it. She said Jack of Spades. I picked up the case. Kreskin was not near me. I took the box of cards out of his briefcase and counted off, and the Jack was not there.
In the deck.
It was 51 cards in the deck of Jack, and he had the Jack.
And Anthony actually pulled it out of his shirt pocket.
All right, guys, I'm going to make myself disappear.
All right, there he goes.
Because even if he had different face cards stored in different pockets, there was still the Jack missing.
There's too much left to chance with that even. Rich, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
All right, I know how he did it.
Yeah, right?
It's called sleight of mouth. It's not sleight of hand. He put an embedded command into the girl. Okay? When he talked about the Ace of Spades, that already got her focused on the spade card. And if you review the tape carefully, there's going to be something that he said that would force her or kind of coerce her into picking the Jack.
Too much left to chance.
I studied this stuff, guys.
I thought of that, too. Because he mentioned spades, and she picked spades. But what if she would have picked the 3 of Clubs? There's too much left to chance.
There's no way. You know Tony Robbins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's handsome.
Okay, this guy is the king of sleight of mouth. I mean, everything he does is about this. And I studied with a guy who was his, mentored under him.
No, it's too much to chance.
It's so easy. He can have you say, "I suck porcupine's dong." Dong.
Yeah.
He can get you to do that. Trust me.
All right, thank you, Rich. I don't buy it.
If he was doing that, then he is truly effing amazing.
Yep. How do you make a girl say yes?
Luke, what's up?
I picked the Jack of Spades, too.
You picked the Jack of Spades?
Swear to God, I'm driving down the friggin' highway outside of Philly, and I'm looking up at the sky. I know he told us not to do it, but I'm looking at the sky, and I picked the Jack of Spades, too.
All right, well, I can take phone calls from a lot of people that did not pick the Jack of Spades.
You probably could, pretty much by chance. Bud.
All right, thank you. Let me go to Ryder. Ryder, what's up? Ryder.
Yeah.
Go ahead, real fast.
Oh, hey. The guy just told you how they did it. It's called Providence. People are likely to pick the same card. There's maybe 3 or 4. It's not a coincidence that everyone's calling you saying they picked the Jack of Diamonds. There's maybe 3 or 4 cards people
Not
pick.
everyone's calling us saying that. It was the Jack of Spades.
It was Jack of Spades. All right, thanks.
They just remove those cards from the deck and put in dupes.
Thank you, Ryder.
What? I don't know. It's
put in dupes.
Too much left to chance.
Yeah.
The only logical thing, he, like Eric says on line 8, he flooded the street with people. He had 4 or 5 out there, and then now you got 5 guys that have to get to the guy with the phone. That's it.
There could have been other cards missing from that deck. You were just looking for the Jack of Spades. The deck might have been stuffed.
I have the deck right here. He left it.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Give me that deck.
Okay, sweetie. He left it. He put the Jack back in, and he left it. He wouldn't have left it if it was...
It's a fine deck.
Without a second.
Oh, come on. Stop it. Because I was thinking to myself, were there picture cards in that deck? Am I crazy? Now there are 52. The Jack of Spades is right on top. I got Kreskin's deck. This is a magic deck. No, it's not. What does it do? 2 magic fly cards. It seems that all the cards are here.
The only logical thing is the girl was in on the trick.
That would be the only logical thing, but again, there's too much left.
And then you flood the street with a bunch of people. Why not? 5 or 6 people. So now you got 5 or 6 people, and their job is to get to Rick with the phone.
But
and
somebody might
make it look like it's not obvious.
Somebody might spill the beans. He's got a reputation.
Rick, are you playing in this trick? No.
No, Rick
I was down there with Steve.
Not now.
All right. Why don't we take a break, Anthony? We're going to go to the FU line. The amazing Kreskin.
He is amazing.
All right.
Boring stuff. Amazing.
Hey, thanks for calling, and here's the Opie and Anthony FU line.
Hey, this Bobby Bigger. I want to put a big FU out there. Every one of these piece of car drivers out there think you can come around the right side of the tractor trailer on an on-ramp and think I'm not going to push you into a guardrail. But you know what? FU. Try it one more time.
Next message. This is a big you for all my pharmacy customers. You know what? I don't know where the milk is. I went to school for 6 years. I know where the pills are, not the milk. Have a good day. Bye. Next message. I want to leave a big screaming FU to Paul. Can't remember my birthday. Next message. Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm originally from Queens, New York, and I'd like to give an FU to everybody who went to PS 91 with me, all the guys anyway, because I'm 19 now, and I am so hot. I work at Hooters. I just got an offer for Playboy. So I just want to say FU to all of you, and you'll never get with this. End of message.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony show.
This happens every time that guy comes in. We spend the entire break on, no, it's this way, and then we come up with another idea, and Opie accuses us of being insane.
I figured out. Did I figure out the other two, most likely?
Most likely.
Is my explanation pretty good?
Your explanation for this one still leaves the chance an F up.
All right, no way! Let me explain what I think happened with the Kreskin trick. Anthony, within 20 seconds, just explain the whole trick in case people are tuning in.
All right, Kreskin got somebody. Rick went downstairs with a cell phone. He picked a random person walking around.
Right.
From one of the streets here in New York City.
Right.
Kreskin got on the phone with that person, told them to pick a random card. Look up in the sky, and with your mind's eye, see a deck of cards. Pick a random card. She picked the Jack of Spades. Kreskin then told me to look at the garbage pail behind Norton. On top of that pail was Kreskin's briefcase.
That no one touched. That much we know.
Right.
We can tell you what we know. That I saw the briefcase the whole time. He was over there.
It was there before the girl said Jack of Spades.
No one can mess with the briefcase. We're all in agreement there, right?
Right.
As we move forward.
Yes.
Okay, continue with the trick.
So Kreskin told me to get up, grab the briefcase, bring it over to me. So I grabbed it. He told me to open it. He said, what's inside? I named a couple of things, and then I said, and a deck of cards. It is a box of cards, and it is open.
Okay.
So he told me to take the cards out and look at them face up and count off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until I hit the Jack of Spades. I never hit the Jack of Spades. There were only 51 cards in that deck, and none of them were the Jack of Spades.
And the deck
Kreskin had what?
And the deck was with you the whole time after you took it out of the briefcase. Kreskin didn't come close to you. None of that.
The Jack of Spades was in Kreskin's breast pocket. And I'm at a loss to how he did this. Now, Opie, your explanation on how he was able to pull this off.
I'm changing my theory now, though.
Why?
If you had 52 cards on him, and he told you where to go because he knew where each card was.
But that doesn't explain the one missing card in this deck was the Jack of Spades.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. All right, this is what I think.
Okay.
Now, Kreskin is going on a national radio show. That is soon going to be competing with satellite radio. And he can't be wrong.
He can't be.
That's why. It would not be good for his reputation to be wrong.
Right.
Any of his tricks on the Opie and Anthony show.
That's why people throw away your suggestion, your statistics, your this, that, the other thing. It has to be 100% for Kreskin.
Every time.
Leave it to, he said spades before the girl picked the spade card, so that way. No. You cannot then turn around and have Kreskin go, well, I don't have something for the 3 of hearts. She was supposed to pick the Jack of Spades.
He can't leave anything to chance. That much we know.
This has to be.
And for example, because a lot of people say, well, he said the Ace of Spades just before the girl talked, and that was, a suggestion.
What if she said the Ace of Hearts?
Right, but
Kreskin screwed.
How about this as far as leaving things a chance? What about at that point when he was supposed to say Ace of Spades, phone craps out.
Mm-hmm.
Ambulance goes by, whatever.
Right.
Too much to chance. He can't chance anything.
Yeah.
Okay? He needs that girl to pick the jack of spades because that's how the trick is set up.
Because it's been
Jack is in the briefcase, deck of cards in the briefcase, missing the jack of spades already on his person.
Right.
The trick is set up. So now you have to think, okay, this girl, in my opinion, has to be a plant.
That's
now
what
there's
Opie's theory is.
Now there's some chances that you take with plants. Because he did tell Rick to just find someone on the street. Rick had a tough time at first, okay? Now, just regular schmoes could have walked up to Rick. Definitely. Kreskin knows the names of his plants. Doesn't know any of the names of the people in the studio, which might have thrown us off, by the way. Just to throw us off and say, look, he's a senile old F.
To me, still leaves too much to chance.
So he knows one of his plants is Lily. Maybe she was the only one. I don't know. But I'm assuming he had a plant the exits for the building.
Okay.
So there's an
army of a Kreskin army.
Maybe not an army, but 3 or 4 people that that he happens to know in New York that helps him out with tricks. Why not?
How much was she laughing then at Rick? Look at this stupid rube coming up to me.
Now,
look at this Mark totally taking the bait and coming up to me, the plant.
Now, if we go with the theory that we can't leave anything to chance, because I think it's very important, okay? Kreskin needs the plant to talk to Rick.
Right.
Okay? Let's say another guy, a Bob, walks up and goes, I'll do the trick. Kreskin knows Bob's not one of my plants. That's when he starts messing with us, and maybe he says, well, just in case you guys think that Bob's a plant, all right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Why don't we, grab another person off the street? Giving Lillian now a second chance to get to the phone.
What if we go, no, we want Bob. I don't think Bob's a plant. No, you use Bob, Kreskin. Just like me with the briefcase, or with the different items when he first came in. He said, no, pick a couple more. And I'm like, no, these are the ones I want.
Right.
And it still worked.
Right.
If he would have said, Bob, I think Bob's a plant, let's move on to someone else. No, screw you. This is who we're using. See? Too much to chance.
What? Maybe he has something else he could say.
The plant. It's the streets of New York City. You walk out, all of a sudden, you can pick anybody.
And
Rick could have picked anybody.
Well, what we should have had, now that we're looking back at it, we should have had Rick run down the street like a madman.
I was saying that, yeah.
Blocks.
Walk out the door, all of a sudden he just bolts. Like takes off 2 city blocks, and then you find somebody else.
The plants are just going to happen to be around the area. And something really weird happened with Lillian on the street. Someone just happens to hand her flowers or something?
Yeah.
Like, it's just everyday stuff going on in the streets of New York.
It was like her date. She was waiting for this guy.
Waiting for a guy.
It's possible, but the only reason I doubt Plants is because he's too famous and his reputation is too important to all of a sudden have somebody come out and go, he paid me to be there. That's the only reason I have a problem with the Plant.
Lillian could be Kreskin's daughter.
That's true.
Did she look like, did she wear big glasses?
Yeah, she shook the hell out of my hand.
No. Yeah. If you're going to find, plants, you're going to find people.
Well, the weird thing is,
are going to talk that you can trust, possibly family members or whatever.
Because Steve and we asked 4 people total before Lillian said yes, and Lillian was one of the 4 people that turned us down at first. And then we went and asked a couple. We asked the guy who was sitting just outside the courtyard.
Right.
How the hell did he know? We never got back to Jillian.
You walk out, 4 or 5 people are out there. Maybe all 4 or 5 are in.
No, they weren't just waiting out there. We had to go all over the courtyard. We were expecting there to be a group
Why
of
not
people
go on?
waiting.
We should have went on the street.
See, we didn't. Hindsight.
I think you guys are missing the thing. I don't think it mattered what card somebody said. I firmly believe that he would have pulled it off because that was a dummy deck with X amount of cards missing from it. I think that you say statistics don't mean anything, but let's say...
Dude, the person on the street can pick any card, so who cares about a dummy deck?
Let's say that there is a small point to what do they call the sleight of mouth? Let's say that works 8 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And that's a dummy deck missing, because you didn't count King of Spades. You didn't count all those cards.
No, I just went 1, 2, 3.
So let's say the odds are, because he's tested this, because he's a brilliant guy.
Yeah.
When you say certain things, 8 out of 10 times you're going to get the card you're looking for.
I don't know.
Or one of the cards, and he's got a dummy deck there. It's hard to explain, but I really think that no matter what card you said,
Joe, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
It has to be something involving the plant, because at first when you almost took that guy on the phones, he freaked out.
Jay.
Oh,
yeah. And then he's like, aren't you going to send Ron down?
Right. That's true. He didn't want Jay at all.
Yeah.
Why couldn't Jay do the trick? He was ready.
Interesting.
Why did we need to go get the caller out on the street? We could have just had a random caller call the show.
But then how do we know that Jay is in his plant that's calling in?
Because the fact is that.
Then we would have been saying that.
Come on.
If Jay,
how many people
Jay
call a
was
radio
at,
show?
all right, somehow he got through, and his plants flooded the phone lines.
And got through.
Well, you know he would have been saying that.
The odds, though. You can't, no.
Anyway, this guy pulls it off, it's going to be us freaking out.
How did he know that Rick wasn't just going to see somebody he recognized from the building and go right to them? That's the only problem I have with the plant. There's too much decision-making left to Rick.
Right, because line 7 is saying, I know how, the whole show is in on it. No.
And then when he said, want to get a building, he goes, get a building security guy. No, I might know him. That's a little weird.
Well, he just throws that stuff out.
Yeah, I know.
Throw you off. And, it works. Magicians do that crap all the time.
And I mean, Steve and I were walking around, and I was even thinking maybe I'll just grab somebody we know coming out of the building.
Yeah, because a couple of people that work upstairs walked by. We didn't grab them. So.
But let's say you had. The whole plan thing wouldn't work. That's why I say
out the window.
It doesn't matter what cards you pick. It's set up. He will get it either way.
Okay, Hero. I'm taking a card out, right? Here we go. I took it out of the deck, okay?
Yeah.
Okay? All right, Opie, pick a card, and don't be broken-hearted if it's the wrong one.
4 of clubs.
Oh, geez, 10 of clubs. I gave you the little subliminal thing to not pick a heart. I don't understand what you're talking about.
No, but
there's no statistical thing involved in this. There can't be.
There can be, because what I'm saying is, let's say that by doing that...
Give me the audio of Kreskin talking a little.
He said your mind's eye.
Give me the audio. Get to the point where Rick is on the phone. We will figure this out.
Yes, tear this apart.
Tony, what's up?
The only thing I caught is that he was very persistent that you give Lillian the phone. Just a bit. And, dude, it's like, you remember how you used to cheat at poker with your friends? Yeah, hey, Joe DiMaggio was like the best player. Yeah. Or like Joe Torre, number 9. There you go. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Whether he did it or not, I just observed that he was very persistent that you give the phone to Lillian.
He needed Lillian.
Later, guys.
All right.
No, and the only thing I'm saying is I understand how you're saying statistical.
No one's named Lillian, by the way.
But regardless of if some cards were missing in that original deck, if it wasn't this one,
right?
There were some legitimate cards in that deck.
A lot of them.
So what if she would have picked one of those cards? Then all of a sudden I go, 1, 2, 3. All right, 4, Kreskin. 4 is the number of cards I had to count before I got to hers. Now what, funny man?
Then he has a certain way.
Then he has a different trick.
Goes into a different direction.
He goes, okay, 4, and then if we take 4, and you mean it turns into something else?
Something else, and he'll pull it out of his pocket. Because, you know, he might have 3 decks on him, and he knows where every card in every deck is. He's a brilliant guy. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but that was the way it worked out. Because say there was the Jack of Spades missing, King of Spades, and 3 other cards, because statistically, one of them is going to come up. That's what I'm saying.
All the people on the phone saying audible hints and all that, no way.
I don't think you...
No way is that part of it.
It's all Kreskin. It's all him.
Because he needs this to work every single time. Too much to chance. What if it's a pothead not really listening?
Right. And you're thinking the first one was the guy that was in the studio with him, wrote that down and put it in the envelope?
Yes. Oh, without a doubt.
And gave it to him. Wrote down.
He was here making, taking pictures with an Instamatic camera. He's Kreskin's assistant, and he's taking pictures of Kreskin with an Instamatic camera that he just fought off the corner.
He was standing there for a second.
And he was definitely standing where the envelopes ended up being. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That one I know.
Okay.
I'll give him that one.
Do we have Steve's videotape?
Yeah.
Perhaps that would lead us.
All right, we got to take a break.
Right direction. No.
Okay. And finish up this mess we call the Opie and Anthony Show. And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Oh, wow. By the way, you could get rid of the glass of water by now. All right, well, see, look at these idiots. Phil, he had 52 different tricks for whatever card was picked. For instance, she says Ace of Hearts, and he goes to the trick where the Ace of Hearts is in his shoe. No, the card was missing from the deck. That no one touched.
Now, perhaps there were a few cards missing from that deck that I had, that I was counting off, and I'm not perceptive enough to realize that, hey, I haven't passed the king, or I haven't passed the king of spades or hearts or whatever it is. But it still leaves too much up to chance.
Exactly.
But what if they do pick one of the other cards, like two of clubs, and he just doesn't say go to the briefcase in there? He has a certain way he can go with a deck that's in his pocket. He didn't go to the briefcase.
Gee, Kreskin, why'd you put the briefcase on the garbage pail? Kind of thing. He knew.
That means he would have to have 52 tricks set up.
He knew that girl was going to say Jack of Spades.
Yes.
He knew it. That was how the trick was set up. There could be no other answer.
And the reason?
So she had to be a plan.
So her whole object was to get to Rick.
The trick there is not what Kreskin did. The trick is not me counting off and him having it in his pocket. The trick there, the talent, is getting the plan to get to Rick.
Lillian.
Every time.
Someone else gets to the phone first, and he's got some tricks up his sleeve where he could do a little something else.
Maybe.
All right. How about, all right, Bob, well, this is what I want you to do. Are there any other people around?
Exactly, something like that. Bob?
We didn't know that Lillian was officially going to pick the card.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know how the trick was going to play out.
Right.
Whoever got to the phone first, okay, now you're going to help me get to Lillian, and this person doesn't even know he's going to, help get Lillian on the phone. All right, Bob, well, we're going to start the trick now. Are there other people on the sidewalk? Yes. Okay, what do you got? Well, there's two girls here, a blonde and a brunette. All right, what the hell? Why don't you give the phone to the blonde? Boom, now Lillian's got the phone.
Or go up to a random person there and
ask
him for a card.
All right, we got to get the hell out of here. Kreskin wasted up all our time once again. Bastard. All right, Anthony, what did we learn on the Opie and Anthony show today?
Mm-hmm.
F. Todd from Westchester, PA. Guys, be careful playing with magic. That's how you get AIDS.
That's funny.
Jersey Gary, I learned today on the show, an Anthony Thanksgiving family dinner is like an episode of The Sopranos. A 27-minute Hummer, ponderous, effing ponderous. Anthony is still traumatized by not getting the G.I. Joe helicopter for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I can get a Hummer from a hooker, then run her over with my car to get my money back. He also learned the screaming white girl isn't included with the black G.I. Joe. He learned the new name of the show is the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anthony Show. And finally, the only thing more painful than listening to a Kreskin bit is going to see Rich Foss. Oh, wow. Mike from Hoboken. Yeah, Kreskin picked the card and STP was in studio playing Sour Girl. Wow, there you go. There's one for New York. Big Josh. He learned Opie and Anthony sponsors should save their money since O&A listeners are so stupid and they can't understand the concept of buying products. And CBS and Infinity are either buying into satellite radio or they are very, very effing stupid. Jameek from Brooklyn. I learned Ken Stevens plus Amazing Kreskin equals radio poison. MTV is just a fad. And Yumdar from Texas at 2:47 a.m. will be checking out the Blues Network. That's very good.
I learned Anthony's family have giant feet and dumb voices.
Well, some of the people, yeah.
Yeah.
Caroline.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Caroline.
I learned that Opie thinks that Kreskin has actually had sex.
What do you mean?
Well, you said that maybe Lily was his daughter.
Oh. I'm sure he was a fine-looking man in his day.
Oh, come on. That guy, I think that's the whole source of his power.
Yeah.
That's the source of his
All right,
power.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Like he's got powers.
He has no power. No. It's a trick. That much we know. Then the whole thing is figuring out how he did the trick. Right. Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? All right, today I learned a few things. Sega, worse than AIDS.
Right.
Norton thinks cloning is more important than video games.
Right.
Charles Nelson Riley canceled because he got the And with satellite radio, I can now drive right through New York without ever tuning in Opie and Anthony.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Chris. And for the people that think Kreskin has these powers, he has such powers, why are we pushing his book on the air? The only reason to push a book on the air is to make money. Now, if you have the powers, wouldn't you do something else that would get you faster money, like betting the horses or picking the numbers? Kreskin does not have powers. He's not Kreskin Potter. Amazing Kreskin's Future with the Stars, Kreskin.com and Amazon.com, Anthony.
Huh. Somebody using the Listen back to the tape. Are you facing traffic? Face card. I don't know what that means, though.
So much to chance.
Spade, mind, eye, face. They may all be. I'm telling you, it's got something to do with percentages, and he has an alternate
cars. No, still the
He can't deal with percentages. He has to be right every time. Yeah. He can't screw up on the Opie and Anthony
But
show.
he has an alternate plan if he doesn't get what he thinks.
That I kind of understand, too. But I think the ultimate plan comes into play with the plant Lillian. If Lillian doesn't get to
Look at us. We are so friggin' ridiculous with this.
I need to figure this
I
stuff
know.
out. I did a good job with the last time he came in, and I'm telling you, I'm onto something here. Dave, what's up?
Today I learned that in the future we're going to have a taint off.
Yes, we are. All right, thank you.
You guys rule.
All right. I'm seeing a taint. All right, we got to get the hell out of here, Anthony. It can't be that easy.